I'm Addie with Barnstormer Distillery, and welcome to our Thirsty Thursday cocktail hour. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. If you are coming back, oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming back. So today we are going to be making a Barnstormer Mules. So we're going to do a vodka mule and then we're going to do a whiskey mule. And I've got a couple things set up. We'll be talking about vodka, whiskey, ginger beer, building a flavor profile, and we'll be making and tasting, of course. So, and I'm sorry, this is a little delayed for me. So if I don't get to you right away, I'm gonna try and navigate a couple things all at the same time. So let's talk about base ingredients for a mule. Base ingredients for a mule are typically ginger beer. So you would think it would be a spirit, but 99% of all ginger beers or all mules are made with ginger beer. So there's lots to choose from out there. Select your favorite. We'll talk about just a few. Today we will be working with Gosling, and I'm using, oops, let me see about that. I'm using Gosling Diet simply because I think ginger beer and ginger ale translate into the diet world really well. So if you're a diet drinker, this is perfect for you. No calories, all that other good stuff. And Gosling actually has a beautiful, warm, bold, spicy, not too sweet, but it's still refreshing flavor. So I really like the Diet Gosling. However, there is Fever Tree. Fever Tree puts out a phenomenal ginger beer. It is made from, I think, 3 different sources. So it's really a fun, and if I wanted to do something really pretty, I probably should have used Fever Tree, but we're using Gosling because I think it's a better product. So, Barrett's is actually the original producer of ginger beer back in the 1940s, when the cocktail came on the scene in the bar world. And so the other thing that you can do if you're not a ginger beer fan is you can do ginger ale. So either a diet or regular ginger ale. So here's what you won't get with ginger ale. You won't get warm, bold, or spicy. It will be light spice, sweet, but still refreshing. And it gives you the bubbles, which is, what makes any good mule. Okay, so there are a million different ways that you can make a mule, which is, I think, what I love about it. But we're going to start with the base, or the base cocktail, because I think if you can get the base cocktail down, you can build to your heart's delight flavor profiles and inject, citruses and fruits and herbs and all that other good stuff, and make kind of a really creative mule for yourself. So we're going to start with the classic cocktail. Classic mule is considered a Moscow mule, and we use RFD Vodka. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I'll be real brief for those that have been with us for a while. Our RFD vodka is a traditional vodka, odorless, colorless, tasteless. It is 100% corn, so it is gluten-free. We don't add any additives or sugars to it. And we do filter it multiple times. The filtering actually gives us that silky, smooth mouthfeel and that beautiful, clean finish. So even though we do add some vodka in here, it should give you a beautiful, silky, smooth, and almost dangerous cocktail, because you really don't, it's not harsh like some vodkas that are out there. So be careful with the RFD vodka. I'd say be careful with all of our stuff, because it's really good. So when we are making our classic cocktail, it starts with a premium vodka, RFD vodka. And then we move to ginger beer, a lime, is required. And I put some kisses on here because it's Valentine's Day this weekend, Friday, Monday. I don't know what day it is. I just know that today is my dad's birthday. So, so we'll start with, this is so simple, you guys. This is what I love about it. So we're gonna start with a copper mug. I've already added ice, and then we'll do 1.5, let me grab my measuring tool. So we'll do 1.5 ounces of vodka. Love it. I love how that goes in. And then we'll open up our ginger beer. Now, 4 ounces, I'm sure I'm just reiterating. I'm only using a measuring tool because we'll actually use, because we're gonna make several of these. So we'll put 4 ounces in here. So I use 1/2 cup, and we'll move that over. Now I've pre-sliced my limes, and you use the juice from 1/2 lime. So go ahead and squeeze that in. What helps when you are squeezing lime into your cocktail, if you're doing it by hand, if you take a lime, excuse me, if you take a lime and you roll it with your palm, it actually kind of releases it, and it allows you to squeeze and get all the juice out much more thorough than if you were just to cut it just like this. So go ahead and roll it with your palm, then cut it, and then the juice comes out lickety-split. So that's my trick. And then we'll go ahead and add a straw. And that's it, you guys. That is a beautiful Moscow Mule or Barnstormer RFD Mule. We'll go ahead and add a slice of lime right on the top. Ta-da! Okay, now that we've mastered the very simple, the very basic, the very delicious Barnstormer RFD Vodka, now let's kick it up a notch. Oh my gosh, that sounded like emerald, like pow. I'm sorry, you guys, this working solo stuff. So I'm gonna actually, you don't always have to use a copper mug. It's not required, it's not necessary. And this time I'm actually gonna use a regular glass. But we're gonna do a few things that are a little bit different. You need a muddler. You need your Hawthorne cocktail strainer. You'll need some beautiful strawberries for this particular one. Aw, Kevin, thank you. I love that you love our Barnstormer Mule. And we're gonna add this particular, our RFD cucumber vodka to this as well. I think strawberries and cucumbers work really beautifully together. If you're not a cucumber fan, go ahead and eliminate it, but I still want you to use strawberries or some kind of berry will help. So I have pre-cut 2 strawberries. Take them out of the refrigerator, you know, a little bit ahead of time, otherwise they're too hard. We will place in our strawberries. I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit of basil. So I love to have fresh herbs always here on site. And it just allows us to, sorry, how about that? We're gonna do a Kentucky Mule. So that's the next one. So that's my 3rd one. My little Forest City Whiskey Society. We're super excited about you guys. So I'm gonna add a little bit of basil to that, and then I'm gonna do, so again, we're gonna stick with that very basic, where's my measuring tool? Very basic mule, and we're gonna do that 1.5. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 a cup, or a fourth of an ounce of the cucumber. So last night I tried it with 1/4 an ounce. It wasn't enough. I tried it with a 1/2 an ounce. It still wasn't enough. The strawberry and the cucumber just didn't really marry together really well. And so when I added 3/4 of an ounce of cucumber, it was like the perfect combination. It was a balanced mule. It was so beautiful. Okay, so we've done our RFD vodka. We've done our cucumber vodka. We've put in our basil. We've put in our strawberries. I want to add a 1/2 a lime. So we'll go ahead and add a 1/2 a lime. And you're wondering why I'm not doing this in a shaker. I don't know if any of you are. We are excited about you too, Forest City. Super excited. So I've added a 1/2 a lime, and now I'm gonna muddle it. Wondering why I'm not in a shaker? Because we're not gonna shake this. The only reason why I have put this in a clear glass is because I just wanted you to see this process. I think, oops, it might help if I use the right end. I'm so excited about being able to be solo here. Oh, there we go. So when you're muddling this, you're crushing and you're blending your spirits, so the RFD vodka cucumber. You're macerating the strawberries, so you're extracting the juice. And when you crush the basil with a muddler, what you end up doing is you end up extracting its essence. Now, basil is beautiful in the fact that it is herbaceous, it's floral, and it works really, really well with strawberry. Now, if you don't like basil, use mint. If you don't like strawberries, use raspberries, use blackberries. So really endless possibilities, which is why, again, I love the mule. And then we will go ahead and we will fill our glass with ice. And I've done it in a glass because I just wanted you to see how pretty it was. Because there is something about drinking with your eyes. And then we'll go ahead and use our Hawthorne shaker to make sure that we're not, see how much strawberry pulp there is in there. That's what we're just trying to eliminate. I did serve it to Tim last night, just straight without straining it, but it was a much better cocktail when I went ahead and strained it for the second time. We did have a few mules last night. All right, see how pink, it's beautiful, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. And if any of you are my hardcore strawberry lovers, you can go ahead and eat the pulp if you want. There's no shame in this game. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and top it off. Again, it will determine the size of your glass, whether you add 4 or 6 ounces of ginger beer. Here we go. And we'll go ahead and put a straw in it. You guys, I had so much fun making my garnish. Look at how pretty, it's like a little heart. And I did put a lime because we did put some lime. So lime and strawberry, it tells your recipient of your cocktail what they will be experiencing. So it's a little full, but look at how pretty, isn't that pretty? So happy Valentine's Day for all you ladies and gentlemen out there who we adore. So that is our, let's do this. So that is our second mule. And for our last mule, we are gonna go ahead, for my Forest City guys out there and gals, whiskey. So I'm gonna move these over because we are not going to use RFD vodka. But we are going to use our whiskey. So I've already created a board ahead of time. We're gonna do two different Kentucky Mules or our Barnstormer 40 Winks Mule. Again, super basic. We're going to use a rocks glass simply because I want you to see the change up that's going to happen between all three of our cocktails, and then like a splash of a different version. Okay, sorry, I was looking because, you know, I'm doing two things at once. All right, so we're using the Gosling ginger beer, again, because it is a beautiful, bold, spicy ginger beer. And then we are using our 40 Winks barrel strength. So there you go, you guys. It's in the blue label. So a little bit about our 40 Winks whiskey barrel strength. It is a double gold winner, which means that it won gold in its category and it took the consumer choice. And basically what that means is it double golded in its category. So we're super excited that a little shout out to Whiskey and Barrel Night in Chicago, who actually hosted that event late last year. So we were up against a ton of really good competitors, and we won. And then we actually won with our 90 proof as well. So if you buy a bottle of our 40 Winks whiskey, it is an award winner. So that's kind of cool. A little bit about the spirit itself. It is double barreled and double distilled. It is also a bourbon mash. So 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% barley. And that makes it a bourbon. So let me walk you through its life. So it was distilled as a bourbon. It went into a brand new American oak barrel, bourbon. It was taken out of that new American bourbon and it was vacuum distilled at room temperature, which allowed the spirit to maintain the character profile of that first barrel. Because as you know, with bourbon gets 60% of its flavor from the barrel itself, which is why every single barrel tastes slightly different. So the mash is important, but only 40% of that mash is important. It's 60%, you gotta have the right barrel. Okay, so it was vacuum distilled and then moved into another new American oak barrel. So two distillations, 2 barrels, and 1 bottle. So this particular one is 119.2 proof. You will notice that depending on the batch, every single one of our barrels are slightly different in proof, but they range from about 119 to 121. I don't know that we've ever been above 121. So I like our barrel proof. You'd think, oh my gosh, it's barrel proof, it's gonna be really strong. You guys, it is, yes it is, but it is so aromatic and flavorful and complex. It is a beautiful, beautiful spirit. So when I talk about layers and notes that you'll taste throughout our spirits, this one is probably my favorite to talk about because the top note, and what I mean by that is your first note, is butterscotch, toffee, caramel. It is rich and like a buttery mouthfeel. And then your middle notes, it comes into licorice, dark cherry, vanilla. So when you're thinking about your Moscow Mule, any kind of dark berry, blackberry, blueberry, like a darker raspberry works really well with this particular mule. And then it finishes with a nice sweet smokiness. So you've got that smokiness from the rye, and you've got all those sweet notes from the corn. So kind of cool how grain and barrel all work together to give us just a beautiful, beautiful spirit that we call 40 Winks Barrel Strength. So let's go ahead and make a cocktail. Again, I'm going to use a clear glass so that everybody can see what we're doing. But go ahead and use a copper mug. I'm a huge copper mug fan. I like it because it retains the temperature. So if you're putting ice into it, it will maintain that coldness. If you put hot stuff in it, it maintains the heat. So copper is just a great heat or cold conductor. Is that right? Tim just joined us. Is that right? A conductor. Mm-hmm. A conductor. So we're gonna go ahead. It's super, super easy. Like we did before, we're gonna go ahead and add ice. And I like to go ahead and fill up my ice all the way because all of the juice that we use and the spirit that we use will allow the ice to kind of come down. So, oh yeah. Look at me, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got one open already. All right, so for this one, we are gonna use 1.5 ounces. And I'm just gonna pour, again, I don't know if you guys joined us last week, but a pour is a count of 4 and then up on 5. So I learned the up on 5 the other day. Thank you, Mike Walkner. I do appreciate it. I love lessons from my bartenders and from my friends who actually know what they're doing. That's really fun. And I love to be able to inform you guys some of kind of the tricks of the trade that are happening behind the bar that makes a really good bartender. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for good luck. And then we want to do that a half, so we'll do 1, 2, and then up for good luck. And what I have done is pre-cut my lime again, and we'll go ahead and add the juice from 1/2 lime. And look at how pretty it is. And if your ice gets too low, you can always add in ice when you have completely put in all of your ingredients. So we will top it off with ginger. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space because we're gonna add 1 ounce of something else. So this makes a traditional with a slice of lime. This makes a traditional Kentucky Mule or a Barnstormer 40 Winks Mule. I'm gonna use this same glass because last night we were working with some fruits and some herbs last night to kind of spice this up and give you guys something just a little bit different. And we came up with a blueberry simple syrup. So the recipe is 1 cup of blueberries, so it's kind of like you're making jam. 1 cup of blueberries to 1/4 cup of sugar. Put it on the stove. Let the juices, and put it on low because it'll burn. So let the juices kind of come. You might have to get like a potato smasher and smash down your blueberries to combine, and then let it get to a simmer, and then just let it sit. You're gonna wanna strain it through a sieve because you don't want the pulp or the skins from the blueberry, which will give you a nice thick blueberry simple syrup. So with this, we'll go ahead and we will add 1 ounce of simple syrup. Oh my gosh, you guys, isn't it fun? That is so much fun. I just love fun drinks. And it's even better when it is so tasty. Be careful because blueberry does stain. Last night we were playing around with garnishes, and I was like, oh, I want it to be super colorful. So I put a blueberry and then a lime. Well, I put it in the refrigerator thinking that we would use it today, and no, it's stained. So make this, don't do this ahead of time. This is not good to do ahead of time if you're really wanting something super fresh. I mean, it'll taste really fresh, but we made just a super simple one. We just skewered a bunch of blueberries on the top of that, and then we added it to our mule, and there you go. And if you wanted, you guys go ahead and stir it. It becomes purple. It's so pretty. And up on 5. I don't know what that means, Coach Murdoch. Up on 5. Up on 5. Up on 5. Yes. And look at how pretty. When you stir it, it's like purple. Okay, so because Tim is here, we're gonna make him drink with me. So come on over, Tim. And he just came from the distillery, you guys, so like cut him some slack. I mean, he still has like his earbuds around his neck. Hold on, he's making his way over. So he is my Kentucky Mule guy. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
No, wait. Oh. We'll keep him right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to taste that Kentucky Mule. Again, you taste with your eyes, then your nose, then your mouth. And I'll do the strawberry. So, uh-oh, look at that. Wait. Okay. All right, here we go. Did you just taste?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh my God, that's funny, Tim. So tell me what you think.
I love the blueberry.
Why do you love the blueberry?
Because I like blueberries.
Because he likes blueberries. Okay. So I think the blueberry actually adds some depth to the cocktail. I think, let's taste. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so delicious. Do you want to taste my strawberry now?
Okay.
He's going to taste the strawberry now. So be careful. It's like super full. Is this better than yesterday though, last night?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the way to go. So you're gonna wanna strain it. I can't tell you how many times we make a cocktail before Thirsty Thursday just to test and make sure that all of our ingredients and all of our measurements are really correct for you guys. So, because we want to leave you with a really, really great cocktail that you can make at home. So 3 different versions. Let's do this, Tim. 3 different versions. I love and now I am not a huge, oh yeah, you want to taste it? He's just going to taste them all. I am not a huge strawberry fan, but I will tell you, this is a beautiful, fresh strawberry mule. And it still has the hint of the citrus. Oh, what? But Tim likes the 40 Winks Mule. But that is just a great okay, here's what I will say, you guys. This, any time of the year. A traditional mule works all year long. If you're looking for something that's spring, summer, go with a strawberry. I mean, first of all, it's really pretty. A strawberry and lime work really well together. If you're doing something that is like today where it is bitter cold and things crack outside and you have to make sure that the distillery is still warm, this is a beautiful winter to fall mule because it just is it's got such a deep and complex flavor profile. So with that, I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. Yeah, here, did you want to take this?
Oh.
So I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions if you're thinking about making mules for the weekend. Think about your garnishes and some of your additions. So once again, the traditional mule, the RFD mule or the 40 Winks mule, the only thing that changes is the spirit. So your RFD Vodka is your RFD mule, and your 40 Winks whiskey is your 40 Winks mule. And then your base ingredients, ginger beer and a slice of lime. Now, to kick it up a notch and to really show your honey, your sweetie, your Valentine's, what kind of skills you actually have, citrus. You can use lime. You can also use lemon or grapefruit. If you like, we used a grapefruit. I will tell you, grapefruit and our 40 Winks whiskey. So 3 ounces of grapefruit added to the basic RFD mule is amazing. That's what I wanted to make the week before. And oh my gosh, it's so good. That citrus flavor, it's like there's a beautiful citrus and caramely sweet notes that go on. So lemon, lime, and grapefruit for your citrus. Fruits, so strawberries, raspberries work really, really well with your lighter spirits. Blackberries can go either way, but I like blackberries, peaches, and peaches go both ways as well. Don't forget dark cherry and don't forget blueberry. Dark cherry and blueberry are amazing when you use 40 Winks whiskey. So, and then herbs. So don't forget herbs. There is mint, basil, and I like to throw in rosemary every once in a while. Rosemary is still it's in the mint family, but it's much more herbaceous. It's much more piney. So that will work. We will start monitoring taste in the spring. Excellent. Oh, okay. Thanks, Tim. Now Tim's talking to us.
Yeah, there was a question about the Heritage Series.
Oh, yes. Our Heritage Series, so we have started, we started making a bourbon using Heritage grain. It is not ready yet, but here's the good news, you guys. I wasn't going to announce this yet. However, because you've stuck around as long as you have, we will be releasing a bourbon whiskey finished in rum barrels here very soon. So we are just waiting for packaging to come in and to get it out there into the retail spaces. So it is so beautiful and such a great addition to our whiskey line, our 40 Winks whiskey line. So thanks, Kevin. Yeah, so we're really excited about that. We also will have an aged rum line coming out as well, which will make a dark and stormy, which is, it's like I've got to be visual. It's ginger beer and dark rum. And so it's kind of the same ingredients. You can use a million different spirits to make a mule. We like vodka and whiskey. It's kind of the staple. But we will be making a rum mule as well when that comes in, and the packaging is gorgeous, you guys. I'm like over the moon about the packaging. And when I mean packaging, I mean label. It's like so pretty. You totally want it in your bar. So now that we have tasted all of our mules, I'll get back on track. Any other questions? Hey, thanks, Victoria. So if there aren't any questions, I guess you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day. Have a great weekend. If you like what you have seen here today, it's been a little hectic, only because the first half I was a little solo. But if you like what you've seen here today, please share our video, share our content. We post things all the time. We're trying to post every day. And as we get closer to opening, we will be live videoing, and we will be doing some more videos as we get closer to opening for the public. So we're super excited about that. So share us, like us, continue to follow us. If you're looking for a retailer that's nearest you, go ahead and click the link in our bio or our about section. And in the Find Me section, you can go ahead and search either by spirit or by location. And if you are a retailer and you are not on our list, shame, we need to add you to our list. So cool things happening ahead. We are super excited to share with you some really great things. 2021 is going to be amazing, you guys. So we hope that you have enjoyed our RFD Mule and our 40 Winks Mule. If you've got any questions, you want to see something, you want us to make a specific cocktail, shoot us a DM and we will try and make that happen for you guys. So anyways, have a delightful, delightful weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy birthday, Dad, wherever you are. So, and until we see you again, you guys, enjoy the spirit of Rockford and make it a Barnstormer weekend. Thanks, guys.